Hey all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the west, more specifically the mysterious Black Hills of South Dakota. I am at the Cosmos Mystery Area. This is the sort of innocuous little places in America where time and space cease to make sense, where mystery is the only currency. Follow me. Here we go. What is the Cosmos? They're known as the Cosmos. It's the strangest location in the entire Black Hills. Here the world is different, topsy-turvy, with nothing in the normal position, including yourself. The laws of nature seem to have gone completely berserk, especially in the Mystery House itself. However, feel the pleasure. The area against you is the most unusual feature of them all. A physical experience you will never forget. Wow, even these shot glasses are feeling the cosmic energy. Really? No Jacob? Like the most common child's name for the past 2 decades?
I'll be your tour guide. So, a little bit about me. I'm in nursing school here, so if you have any questions about the area, I grew up here too.
Okay,
so
excellent.
Feel free to ask. I can jump in on some of these demonstrations with you, but just a little bit of Cosmos history before we start out. Cosmos in Greek means world or world order, and as you're about to see here at Cosmos, we do have a world of our own. So, for this first demonstration here, I'm using this very damp level. And I'm sure you know how level works. When it's placed on a level surface, the bubble will remain in the middle of the tube, proving that that surface is level. You can see that it is moving back and forth here, so it is a working level. So I'm just going to place it right on this first block right here. You guys are going to see the bubble does remain right in the middle of the tube, making that a level surface there. Same thing when I do move it over onto the second block here, bubble's right in the middle of the tube.
Okay.
Now, not only are the two blocks completely level with themselves, when I place it between the two, they are completely level with each other. So keep in mind that it's a flat level surface here. So I'm going to jump on this block, and if you want to go ahead and stand on this block, perfect. We'll be comparing our heights here, so we can see you're definitely looking quite a bit taller than I am. Get a look for that, and we'll switch spots. And then over here, I'm going to get a lot taller. Did you kind of see that height change there? So, yeah, kind of weird. But yeah, we can switch back one more time just so you can see. I'll get a lot shorter over here. Yeah. So obviously that shouldn't be happening there, but that's our first weird demonstration.
Excellent.
3 main spots that we like to focus on. We call these spots our hot spots. Now, a hot spot is just an area where not everything is exactly how it should be. Everything's a little bit weird, a little bit off. So our first hot spot is actually that rocky area right over there, where you can see the trees towards the bottom of the hill are bending up and the trees towards the top are bending down, making that dome-like shape. Now, obviously trees usually don't grow crooked like this, but you will notice there are some trees all around this area bending down in different directions. Now, we've actually had some scientists come up and do some testing, and they kind of just agree that there's a weird natural gravity in the area pulling these trees and forcing them to grow in all sorts of different directions. Now, our second hotspot is the darker colored cabin right over there, and our third hotspot is the lighter colored cabin right over there. Now, the two cabins are the same exact thing with all the same demonstrations. They feel the exact same on the inside. We're just going to go up to the lighter colored one today just because I like that one a little bit better. But this area is actually the original location founded by the two college boys in 1952. When they were coming through the area looking for a place to build their summer cabin, when they stumbled across this place, noticed some weird things happening, and founded Cosmos. So we can go ahead and start making our way on up towards the cabin. So can you kind of feel that crookedness?
I can, definitely.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to be using this ordinary tennis ball here. I'll hand it to you and let you check it out.
Okay.
There's nothing weird about it. Give it a good shake. Make sure it's pretty normal. So we have established this is a normal tennis ball. I'm just going to come right over here, put my tennis ball up at the top, and give it a good push down towards the bottom. You'll see the tennis ball is going to roll right back up the hill. Now, obviously, tennis balls don't usually roll uphill, so a lot of people start to tend to think of magnets. We actually do not use any kind of magnets here at the Cosmos, but even if you don't believe me, I'm just going to pour some water down at the bottom of the hill. Water is obviously a non-magnetic substance. and you'll see that it will run up the hill just like the tennis ball did. So another weird thing there. Alrighty, so when we do go in the cabin, I just like to inform you to kind of hold on. There's handrails all along the sides here. Don't want you to fall down in the cabin, but there's that for you. We can go ahead and head on into the first room. Alrighty, so I'll go ahead and just start by showing you how all the demonstrations work, and then I'll give you a minute to try them out if you'd like. So here at Cosmos, the tour guides are a little bit weird. We actually have some superpowers. We can stand on the walls. I'm just messing with you, but I actually probably look kind of weird standing up here. I do feel like I'm standing straight up and down. However, I can feel that gravity pulling me back towards this corner of the room. You can probably feel that gravity pulling you this way now.
Absolutely.
So, looking a little bit weird up here. I'll just come over to this second block over here. And you'll see I also look pretty weird standing on this board here. I'm looking a little bit crooked. And I'm just going to show you that my tennis ball will feel that same gravitational pull down towards this corner, like how you're feeling, like you're being pulled down that way. Now it's going to be the same thing when I come over onto this board. I'm going to be standing crooked again, and I can feel the gravity pulling me down towards this corner. But what do you think is going to happen when I set my tennis ball down on the wooden board?
I'm not sure.
Let's check it out. It's actually going to stay right where it is. So this board here is actually level. It's actually the only level surface here in this crooked room, even though the board itself looks pretty crooked and I look pretty crooked standing on top of it. So there's that for you. You can over here. All right, so right here we have a free hanging pendulum. Now I'm not sure if you know what a pendulum is. It's a free hanging object, equal distance, equal resistance. So this pendulum here should be hanging straight down. You can see it's definitely looking pretty crooked. It's being pulled up towards this corner over here. Now when I push the pendulum up towards this end of the room, it's pretty easy for me to do that. When I come over on the other side and start to push up the other direction, it's actually a lot harder to do that. You can try this one out if you'd like.
All right.
Again, it's because the gravity's trying to pull it up towards that corner over there.
All right, so you can push it easily that way. To pull it that way. Very difficult.
A little bit more of a workout that way. Alrighty. Now for this next demonstration, I'm just going to stand up at the top of this hill, and you can see as I'm standing up here, I'm looking a little bit taller. When I do take a step down to the bottom, I am going to get a little bit shorter, which makes sense because this little wooden hillside is coming down this direction here. So I'm just going to take my two non-magnetic objects, put them down at the bottom of the hill, and you're going to see they're going to be pulled right back up the hill. So it proves that the gravity in this room is actually so strong that it can pull objects even uphill. And we do have one last demonstration in this room. Everything that you have seen so far has been attached to the cabin in some way, shape, or form. So I'm just going to toss my tennis ball into the object, or into the air, so you can see that objects, or free-flying objects, are actually affected by the gravity as well. So I'm going to attempt not to hit you. I'm just going to toss my tennis ball straight up into the air, and you're going to see it will fly right down towards that corner. Now, obviously, if I tossed a tennis ball up in a normal room, it would just go straight across from me, straight up and down, and land right in front. But I'll do that one more time. I'm just going to toss it up, and it's going to curve right down that way, proving that the gravity in the air is going to pull that object down towards the corner of the room again. Now, for this, you might start to feel a little bit more level out here. Leveling out a little bit. So if we're going to be using this wooden board for this next demonstration, what do you think is going to happen when I set the tennis ball down on the wooden board?
I'm thinking it will roll uphill once more.
Roll uphill again? Let's check it out. That's what a lot of people guess, but it actually is just going to stay right where it is. So this board here is actually completely flat, it's completely level, no matter, oh, maybe it's not. It should be completely level. Sometimes when it gets wet. should stay right about where it is. So no matter where I move the tennis ball around on here, for the most part, it will stay right where it is. So this means it is a flat, level board here. So keep in mind, it's actually just looking a little bit crooked because it has a crooked background. But I'll jump in on this demonstration with you one more time. If I can have you go ahead and stand down on that end of the board. I'm going to stand up on this end. And you can stand up right on the wooden part, sorry.
Okay, stand on the wooden part.
Yep, so we are on a level flat surface. Now
Okay.
if you're looking over at me, I'm actually looking quite a bit taller than you right now.
Okay.
So keep in mind it's flat and level. We can switch spots.
All right.
And I should remain a lot taller, but we'll see, you will get a lot taller on that side. So even though it's a level board, we switched heights there. So
God.
it shouldn't be happening. All right.
And that was the Cosmos Mystery House. The laws of gravity abandoned, the laws of sanity discarded, and the rules of the universe thrown in the trash. This one's in the bag.